Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It is day 44 of 75 for EDSS here in the Realm Reborn, and yesterday we had the opportunity to take on a bit of a murder mystery, because there are some people who are here in the North Shroud who are getting murdered quite viciously, and they are getting killed by all having their faces horribly disfigured. Which is quite a bit of a disturbing sight if we could actually ever see it. Unfortunately, they will not allow us that in this game, which is probably just as well. So, we're going to continue with that particular murder mystery, but for now, we're going to focus on the 4 of the quests that are here in the North Shroud, maybe even 5 if we have time for it. Because, yeah, we got no less than 5 challenges that we can take here. So yeah, let's start taking on these 5. I'm going to... Now, I want to do the ones that are closest here in Fallgourd Float before I start journeying outside of Fallgourd Float to continue with the other 2 challenges that are available. So let's start with Godwin of the Wood Whalers and his level 28 challenge entitled No News is Good News. Godwin of the Wood Whalers has a report that requires urgent delivery. Hail, adventurer. If you will not be averse to courier duty, I have a report that must be delivered to Florental's spire with all haste. Mind you, this information is highly classified. I trust you will deliver it directly to the hands of the Super Lieutenant Fortefall without sneaking a peek for yourself. Yes, sir. I shall indeed oblige you. And if you could not have your eyes removed like all the other wood whalers, because yes, you people are scary. You people are all scary. I know you're the defenders of Gridania along with a twin adder, but you seriously have to have your wear like makeup that has your eyes blacked out or something. I mean, in America they were courteous enough to have people's eyes whited out instead of blacked out. They do it at least that much in cartoons, like the various Batman cartoons. Anyway, Super Commander Voltafor, who is dressed in green as opposed to yellow like the other members of the Twin Adder. These parts abound with particularly ferocious beasts. You do well to keep a wide berth, adventurer, lest I be left to clean your carcass off the forest floor. Well, Mr. Guy who's clearly dressed as Robin Hood, perhaps this will put your mind at ease? A report from Godwin, you say? Very well, let us see. Traveling merchant waylaid by Kakuran bandits, adventures hand bitten clean off by federal scissors. Yes, and apparently this quest is called No News is Good News. Apparently that's not the case. The usual banalities. What's this? Sightings of masked man. No casualties yet reported, but due vigilance should be exercised. Troubling news indeed. These parts are perilous enough without some masked marauder stirring up trouble. Thank you, friend. Rest assured that the Adder will be on the lookout for this interloper. And with that, we get our money and experience points. And a bit of changing over because, as usual, the names of the people in my grand company for my second avatar, not all that very comforting. So, let's now go over to Miss Oriane of the Wood Whalers, at least I think this is a woman, and take on her level 28 challenge entitled Save the Trees! Oriane of Florental's spire is concerned for the trees. Well, she has long hair, but I can't tell from this vantage point. Okay, yeah, this is a woman. I needed to look in the one place where you can be absolutely certain that it is a woman. Yes, I know, it was dirty, but it's the only way. As a wood whaler, it is my sworn duty to protect my nation from the Ixal. Yet as a Gridanian, it pains me to see the trees around here wither and die while we are fighting battles. Shroud hairs have grown destructive of late, gnawing away at trees and ripping shrubs from the ground. Yet we cannot very well tell the birdmen to stay their spears while we hunt oversized slugs, can we? And so I turn to you, adventurer. Pour this weak old ale over the withered trees, and the culprits should be along in short order. You would bring them much succor if you could put them down. And so, we will. And it's actually not that far of a trek. In fact, I think we only have to go to the roots to get the solution to this. At least I think we do. Don't have to worry about the balloons. We do have to worry about the Banamites, though. Same reason they wish to cast their lot against me, and so it is my duty to exterminate them. But not before they get a bit of poison on me. Well, they're scorpions, that really should not come as much of a surprise to anyone. And here come his reinforcements. And I should probably get a bit of separation here just so a third Banamite does not come and pick a fight with me, because yeah, let's face it, if you've been following my LP to this point, you'll know that early on, the Banamites proved to be very much of a nuisance when trying to get some solutions to some answers to some quests, and I end up getting constantly attacked by respawning Banamites, because of course they're a feral foe. So here's the first of these scarred trees that we're going to be pouring this flat ale on. Yeah, we don't need this ale, we'll just give it to the trees. And that causes shroud hairs to come out. Ooh. Perhaps it would be in my best interest to just grin and bear it. Yeah, because, yeah, now look, I can't quite lock on. But, now we can. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the blows, because this thing's almost over half dead anyway. I don't care if I lose 100 points. Alright, so that's one down. Okay, so now... Oh, did I see another... Yes, I did. Alright. And once you know it's close to a Banamite, that could very well get provoked by my mere presence. And I need to make sure I am using the correct item. Yeah, priority has to go to what's being used over here. Anyway, Shroud Hair number 2. Go! Yeah, there's the Banamite waiting, lurking. There's his friend. Yeah, it will not surprise me if one of them comes over here and they are provoked by my presence. Because they are so damn feral. And not Will Ferrell either. Okay, now... Let's see here. Well, should have known this was gonna happen. Really should have. But nonetheless, we'll kill this guy off. So yeah, I've been looking around for new armor, and it seems like there's only one place I could go to practically get it for myself at this point. And it's not here in the North Shroud. All the stuff that I could get is weaker than what I'm currently possessing. Now, is this where we start going below? Or, wait a minute. No, we go back to the west, is what we do. We can go back over this way. I didn't even notice that third circle. Just to the way of this creepy... Okay, yeah, there it is in plain sight. Heck, I don't even mind putting a bit of a spring in my step. But... with the fate going on, that's a problem. Because, yeah, I have to deal with these things and the shroud hair that's going to be awakened as a result of using the flat ale. And since there's no one around to help me, well, there is someone, but I don't think he or she is gonna provide a hand. I wouldn't expect it, quite honestly. So, third use of the flat ale. And thankfully, I have not provoked any of the shroud hairs that were part of the fate. Which is good. And this time I have no problem moving around a bit in order to try and avoid trouble. So, we should have this thing dead soon. And it won't even get a chance to use its aqueous discharge. So, it's gone. So, all we have to do now is avoid dealing with the shroud hairs, and go right over to Miss Oriane. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, adventurer. I can battle the XIV with a clear conscience now, knowing that folk like you are friends in the forests. Flauntel, whose name this spire bears, was one of the greatest heroes from the time of Gridania's founding. His martial exploits were exceeded only by his love for the forests. And his love for Eugenia, the namesake of our sister spire. Ah, do such tales of yours not set your heart aflutter?
Yes, even though she is a wood whaler, she is a romantic at heart. So, we've completed the challenge for her, and she even has another one. Let's take on her level 28 challenge entitled Pummius I know the word is pumice, or I guess this would probably be pronounced Pomicious Pursuits. I don't know if that's even the correct pronunciation, but that's what I'm going to go with. Orianne needs your help in obtaining something not easily come by. Uh-oh.
As you have proven yourself a capable ally, I would entrust you to a task more ambitious than the slaying of hares. Mayhap you have encountered curious constructs of living stone in these parts. They emerged from the sundered landscape in the wake of the calamity, and their numbers have only burgeoned thenceforth. For each one we slay, another rises to the surface to take its place. My comrades and I are at wit's end. It is clear that we must take this battle to the source. There is a researcher by the name of Yom Epokan who frequents the bobbing cork in Fallgourd float.
Yeah, I was going to say bobbing gork, but that's not how it goes.
I suspect she might be able to shed some light on the matter. Take this sealing vessel and capture the living soulstone of one of the golems. Mind you will have to weaken the brute first. Deliver the soulstone to Yom Epokan and see if she cannot ascertain the golem's origin.
And so that we shall do. So let's see, where exactly do you want me to go? Okay, all the way down here into the far southwest corner. So let's get away from the scary, ugly, vicious Banamites. But I guess it could also be pronounced Banemites, because these things are definitely a bane of my existence here in Realm Reborn. Ow! Yeah, that only incited danger. That incited danger, that incited fear. That has a whole bunch of Ziz potentially wanting to take me out at a moment's notice. And I only have half my health. Now screw up, Ziz. Because I already had my time with you. You have already... Yeah, okay, yeah, you wanted me? You want me? Fine. You wanted me? Now you got me. I know you're gonna have to live with your decision and die with it. So, thus I shall slay you, like I have so many more of your kin previously. So I'm gonna stay in here while I recharge. Now, you may have noticed that, the clay golems here will not count because they do not have the icons over their name. It has to be a pumice golem, which is going to be on that, in the red area of that map that I showed a moment ago. So once my health is back to full, summon my chocobo again, and away we go again. Now if I can just find my way over there. So we're not going to deal with the clay golems. In fact, I'm going to see if I can step around it, but I doubt it. Yeah, wasn't expecting to have much hope there. So yeah, let's dismount from my chocobo. Okay, it's gonna run away. Okay, thanks. Thank you. So that means I can focus solely on getting the contents of a pumice golem. So before I do that, I need to go into my inventory and set this to hotbar for key item. Not satisfied, we can go and take on a golem and weaken it. It's always a good rule of thumb to get an enemy that you're trying to seal or contain in, to weaken it to about less than half of its health. Once you do that, then you can try and seal it. And it worked. So yeah, not easy to accomplish when you're constantly being attacked, because as you saw, every time you do get successfully attacked, your attempts to contain the golem get cancelled. But it's not that much of a problem when you're doing a levy where you have to use the Sooth emote, because in that you don't have to worry about being attacked while performing the emotes. You just do it and it automatically recognizes that, yeah, you've performed the emote successfully and that enemy has been quelled of its fury. Yeah, don't mind me, just passing through, just going back to Fallgourd float. Alright, so I have to go over to Yom Epokan. And I believe I see the name right over here. Indeed I do. So, let's speak with Yom Epokan. A conjurer of sorts.
Yom Epokan? Why, that's me. At least, that's who I think I am.
Oh crap, she has a short-term memory.
Did you need something from me?
I do indeed. This soulstone.
Goddess Pollums? I fear I'm not familiar with them. pumice golems, on the other hand. Orion has told me all about them. Let us see what you brought me now.
Yeah, did my avatar actually screw up the name of an enemy? If that's true, that is sad.
Oh, I can just feel it pulsing with energy. You've certainly found a live one, haven't you? I must begin my analysis straight away. Now, where did I put my glasses?
And so, we get the victory. Alright, so... yeah, that just leaves 3 to go around here. So let's speak with Gogolata. And take his level 28 challenge entitled A Welcome Overstayed. Gogolata doesn't want to go home. Oh, I wonder why that is.
A cozy bed, warm meals, fine spirits. I tell you, friend, ever since I came here, it's like I've died and gone to Norfolka's bosom.
Yeah, visual in my head right now. Very disturbing.
Go home to Uldar? To that ramshackle hovel where nothing awaits but my guilt-pinching wife and her endless winging? Never! Perhaps you can help me. My wife's hired some poor sop to bring me home, but I reckon this'll give him a change of heart.
So, yeah, apparently we gotta deliver an envelope. I guess this is a letter to announce that he is filing for divorce. Because if that is indeed true, well, obviously we know it is. Where is the person who I need to give this to? Where are you, sir? You've got to be around here somewhere. Your icon is down there. Dummy. Yeah, I was focused on the envelope from the delivery Moogle. The delivery icons there. Yeah, anyway, here's who I need to talk to. A guy who's fully armored and with Chocobo in tow.
What do you want? The missus paid me good coin to bring her good-for-nothing husband home.
Well, I guess this is the filing for divorce.
Your guilt don't mean nothing to me. The missus paid me... What in the hells? Moving me on here to Cork, plus all the yellow can drink, fully paid? Courtesy of Gogolata? Bribery!
Bribery / blackmail. Oh, how low can you go?
Get out of me way! I'm going to go give that man a piece of me mind!
Okay, I guess that will be a no. Yeah, I guess he can't be I guess he can't be bought. He can't be paid off.
No bribery allowed! Never! I have a responsibility and I'm not going to back off from it.
Mugen, huh? Must be a Honda fan. Alright, Gogolata. Yeah, the only reason I would know that Mugen is associated with Honda is because I'm such a big fan of Gran Turismo. Anyway, Gogolata.
Haha, it would seem your efforts was a success. My wife's associate stopped by just a moment ago. Seems he wanted to express his gratitude in person. Donned a pint of ale and dashed off right to his room, where he's sleeping quite soundly, if his rather conspicuous snoring is any guide. Ah, the comforts of life on the road!
Oh, so the bribery worked. And we are rewarded for it. Well, let's see what Gogolata has to say next when he gives us no place like home. Gogolata has a confession to make. Oh, I wonder what it could be.
In all truth, friend, I would like nothing more than to return home to Uldar where my loving wife waits. That is, were it not for a small complicating matter. My wares, you see, were stolen from me by the positively frightful band of Kakiran thieves that camped to the south. Why, were I to return home empty-handed, my wife's wrath would make the calamity look like a minor brush fire. No, I fear I have no choice but to prolong my stay.
Yeah, so now we got to go do the man's dirty work.
Like it or not.
So, specifically, we got to go not all that far. In fact, we're going near the border with the central Shroud. So, back to the south we shall go. To get the goods from Gogolata, who appears to be a very confused Lalafell. Like, he's willing to... Like, he doesn't want to go home because he wants to have his goods delivered, yet at the same time he has no problem bribing people who want to take him back to his wife. Definitely confusion in there. No question. Okay, so yeah, here are the Kakiran. And looks like, yeah, there are the goods, I'm definitely gonna have to fight my way through the field to get them. Because it's the only way. Well, on the bright side, one Kakirin is... Well, I was about to say, well, one Kakirin has not noticed me, the other one has attacked me. Anyway. Now, this is definitely constituting as a gauntlet, if for no other reason than the fact that you have to really be smart about the way you approach this. Because you will take damage, and a lot of it, having to fight through all these Kakirin in order to get the goods for Gogolata. Alright, back off and recover. Because if I can get up top side and draw them in one at a time, I might stand a chance. Alright, here we go. Yeah, you have to be nice and slow with this. Don't rush anything. Alright. Got you close. And soon I shall have you dead. Alright. Wait for my HP to get to full. Yeah, there was no way I could approach. Not with that one Kakirin facing me. I knew he was going to charge right in. It pretty much was a situation that was writing itself into predictability. Like, when you've been playing this as long as I have, you know when the enemy is going to come after you. And not give it a second thought. Alright, he's dead. So, back to full. And now let's go for the twofer. Or now it's a free third. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. And I didn't. And I'm very likely going to pay for it. Because, yeah, look how much attack is going against me here. I'm really worried if I can survive this onslaught. In fact, I don't think I can. Come on, hold out. If I can just endure long enough. Alright, and then there was one. Oh, but once again, can I hold out? Okay, it's using a special ability. Oh, no, can't do it, can't do it. Can't do it. Gotta run. No choice. No choice. Yeah, that shows you just how hard this quest is. That shows you just how really hard this quest is. Because it is, without question, a gauntlet of... well, they certainly aren't large, but it's definitely a proportion. Oh, could I even possibly get it from behind? Maybe this is what I should have done from the beginning. Yeah, that is what I should have done from the beginning. Yeah, don't I feel like a dick. Anyway. Yeah, I made that look a lot harder than it should have been. I made that look a lot harder than it should have been, and I wasted like a good couple of minutes at least. Anyway. Let's get this stuff back to Gogolata so that he can indeed go back home. Or at the very least sell his goods so that he can go home. And not have to bribe people who want to drag him home kicking and screaming. Alright, Gogolata. There you have your goods. Here you go.
Oh, woe is me, a merchant without his wares is not worth a lump of opal dung. How can I ever show my face to my dearest wife again?
Well, fear no more.
My wares! Why, wherever did you find them? The Kakirin camp? Exactly as I told you? Preposterous! Why didn't think you actually... That is to say, I am in your debt once again, friend. Thanks to you, I can at long last return to Uldar, where my loving wife awaits. Then again, there are all those nasty rules going around of late. Masked man, was it? Indeed, the roads may not yet be safe, though it pains me so I fear I've no recourse but to sojourn here a while longer. Well, if you say so. And so that leaves only one to go. Well, there is another one, but I'm going to pass on it because we're getting on 25 minutes now. So we're going to take care of the one remaining challenge here in Fallgourd Float.
and then go back to Gridania and speak with Mother Miyun. So, Summerhild over here. Let's take on her level 28 challenge entitled Portable Perils. Summerhild of Fallgourd Float would ask your aid on behalf of a forgetful friend. Uh-oh.
How do you fancy Fallgourd Fort, traveller? Fine tea, warm beds, good ale, and good company at the Bobbing Cork. Small wonder that it's many a wayfarer's favourite stop on the road to Carthus.
Yeah, and Carthus is, well, I'll show you on the map in a moment.
Speaking of the Bobbing Cork, I was sharing a drink and a tale with a traveller just a few bells ago. Apparently the poor fellow imbibed a bit too heavily, and when he came to, the key to his room was nowhere to be found. What with all the rumours of late, both my friend and the innkeep are worried sick. If you happen to stumble across the key, would you be kind enough to return it to the Cork? You'd be saving more than one man a sleepless night.
So now we gotta search for the missing key, which is gonna be back over here, which shouldn't be all that surprising, yeah. Carthus is over here. This is where you go if you're in Maelstrom to complete your first level of the hunting log for the Maelstrom Grand Company. So, as always, don't know if it applies necessarily to other Grand Companies, but I do have my other avatar with the Twin Adder right now, so I should probably look that up to see if I actually did have to go back to Carthus in order to complete the first log for the hunting log for the Twin Adder as well as Maelstrom. Or do I necessarily want to go that way? I might not necessarily want to. Let's go high ground first. I might as well go high ground first and then go low ground because that'll be quicker. You know, just trying to run this in my head to see what would be the most efficient way to go about doing this. Yeah, apparently we've started a level 27 fate, but I have no interest in said fate. I only have interest in finding a key, which I believe I saw a glimmer of right over here. No, I did not. Ah, really?
Could have sworn I saw a little glimmer of light that would have said that that's where it was.
Uh-oh, it's over there? Can I access it from over here? Oh, quit going away. Really? Okay, you're over here. What? Oh, you're out on the branch? What? Oh, really? Yeah, time to be an acrobat. Time to show off my acrobat skills. How the heck do you lose a key on the branch of a tree? How do you do that? Maybe I can complete my journey and jump! Yeah, I made it! Woohoo! Hey, I can be an acrobat. But I'm not gonna have an acrobat's landing right here! Ow! Alright. Lock and load. Back over to Fallgourd Float to deliver this key. Yeah, the last quest that's available here in the North Shroud, I can take that another time. But for now, the focus must be on giving this key to Elwyn, which I'm guessing is the name, and this is the person standing behind the counter. Bloody souse, that's why I always say if you can't hold your liquor, stick to tea. I'm sorry, do you have something for me? Yes, I do. A key, specifically. Why, I've been searching everywhere for that key. You're a godsend, friend. You must forgive me. There's rumors of late of a suspicious masked man in these parts, and they've got both me and my customers on edge. Anyway, thanks to you, that ale-swilling fool can sleep soundly in his bed tonight. You do well to find safe lodgings as well, friend. And so, there we go. Oh, he's got another. Alright. Well, let's take it. Level 28 challenge entitled Cleaning House. Alwyn of the Bobbing Cork would ask you to help with housekeeping. Well, to be honest, I'm not all that good with doing chores in my own apartment, but I have no problem doing chores in a video game, because I'm not actually doing them in real life. You see that painting over there? Well, of course you can't. It's covered in a fortnight's worth of dust thanks to my do-nothing employees. I dust them off myself, but I reckon the sluggards would better learn their lesson if they saw a customer like yourself doing the deed. What do you say? A few swishes with this chocobo duster should do the trick, and I'll make it worth your while. And how exactly will you make it worth my while? So yeah, what are we doing with a duster and dusting a painting? Wouldn't that ruin the painting? I feel like I need an explanation on that, because I know for a fact that the second painting is up here. Yeah, wouldn't that ruin the paint, whether it be water-based or oil-based, or watercolor or whatever? Anyway, task finished. Hey, Vauclair, did Guildmaster Uwain come by and say hello to you? No, apparently not. So anyway, yeah, I'm crashing the party. Is that a... Yep, another wood whaler. Alwyn. Thanks, friend. If only my employees shared the love of fine art that you and I do, eh? The painting upstairs especially, don't ask me why, but the lonesome figure standing there, gazing off into the distance. I'm not usually the sentimental type, but it stirs something inside of me. Is he wistfully remembering adventures long past, or sealing his nerves for battles to come? Sadly, what with the artist's identity and mystery, we might never know. And so, that task is completed. And he has another one. Of course you do! Level 28 challenge entitled Trouble on the Road, and this actually would be worth my while because I can get a level 28 or 29 accessory. So yeah, this is worth my while. Just look at the time. Whatever is keeping her? My apologies, friend. You've caught me in a fretful humor. A young girl has reserved a room with me tonight, yet she's nowhere to be found. There's ill rumors about these parts of late, try as I might. I can't help but fear the worst. Might you be so kind as to go check if she's well? Well, if it had anything with to do with the task that we had to do yesterday, I might be a little worried for her. Yeah, save the well-equipped adventurer? Well, if she's well-equipped, she might not necessarily need saving, but we have to take it upon ourselves to ensure her safety, considering that there have been many deaths of many ladies in recent days. And wouldn't you know it, there is a clay golem, 2 clay golems, playing defense. And I really can't do anything until this thing turns around. Because, yeah, it's not part of the challenge itself. Because I know once I breach that barrier, it's on. Maybe if I just get close enough, I won't provoke it. Alright. It's a balloon, but I need it to come to me. Yeah, and then the golem turns. Yeah, then the golem turns. Well, let's let this balloon detonate. And yeah, now let's go into the play. And for some reason, this clay golem is not attacking me. I'm actually surprised by that, because it is a feral opponent. Well, since I don't want my cutscene with this well-equipped adventurer to be cut short, I'm going to play it safe and knock off the golem before I kill off the... or before I go help out the adventurer. Because it's the gentleman's thing to do. You don't want to get interrupted by some creepy monster while you're trying to have a conversation with a female. So, as a gentleman, I feel obliged to take it upon myself to watch this golem be reduced to rubble, and then go speak with her.
Thank you, friend. Why, I thought I was done for. One moment I was standing here, enjoying the scenery while my chocobo deserved a much-needed deserved nap.
And now it's dead, apparently.
And the next, it sends shivers down my spine just to recall it. Any road, please thank the innkeeper for his concern, and tell him I will be on my way as soon as my bird wakes.
Awakes? Wow, that is one heavy sleeper of a bird. That is one heavy sleeper of a chocobo. Anyway, yeah. The worst case scenario never occurred, thankfully. Yeah, now the clay golems get provoked by my being close proximity. Yeah, it doesn't happen during the course of the quest proper, but then when I'm not doing stuff within the contents of the quest, then it happens. Yeah, what a world the Realm Reborn is. Alright, Halloween.
The girl's safe. Thank you, friend. Those are the best tidings I've received all day, and here I feared the worst. Why, if she'd ended up in the clutches of that master... Oh, but I mustn't think such ill thoughts. No, if you excuse me, I'd best get back to work. Something tells me the girl will be needing a warm bed and a hot meal more than ever.
And so with that, we get the experience and choice of accessories. And it looks like the one that'll help me the best is the Sunstone Choker, so let's go ahead and take that. Ah, really? Oh, you troll me. Okay, going up from... Now going to the Sunstone Choker. Alright, Alwyn, what's it now? Meals for miners. Alwyn would ask you to make a special delivery. Yeah, I guess we might be completing that quest after all that I chose to pass on, because this is going to go right where that quest is. My good man, I dare say you're more reliable than the rest of my hired help put together. For better or for worse, this means I've got another job for you. I've got 3 basket lunches here that need delivering to Finder's Bluff. After the last adventure scoffed down 3 boxes on his own and ran off without paying his tab, I need someone I can trust. Yeah, perhaps hiring an adventurer to deliver food, not necessarily a good idea. But, I'll take you up on it. Deliver meals to the prospectors. Yeehaw! We're going out to the Klondike and we're going to get ourselves some gold and we're going to be living it up in Dawson City. Yeehaw! So, to get to where it is I need to be going, I do believe of course, higher ground is where they are located. I believe they are going to be somewhere around here. If I follow this path... Yes, here it is. Here's the path. Yeah, this path will take me right to them. This path will take me right to them. And if the Ziz back off, that'll make me even happier. And they do. So, dismount for my chocobo. Let's speak with Laughing Fury. Digging for gold all day and night sure works up an appetite. Is it time for breakfast yet? I guess it is. Well, actually, this is a lunch. One of Master Alwyn's specialty basket lunches. Well, now, don't mind if I do. And then, Adamar. Bloody hog of an adventure stealing the food of honest, hard-working men. Well, your fears are now quelled. Are my eyes to be believed? Thank you, friend. It's good to know some adventurers can still be trusted. And of the little Lalafell Vavapoo. Ah, will my tummy not stop rumbling? Tummy, I command you, cease your rumbling! Well, your rumbling is finished. From Alwyn, you say? My tummy and I are much obliged. Well, while we're here, before we complete the Meals for Miners task, since we're here, we might as well take on Adamar's challenge after all. A level 28 challenge entitled Digging in the Dark. Adamar is in the dark and needs an adventurer's aid. And I need something to clear my throat, as usual. Pray help me, friend. I've run clean out of lantern fuel, and I'm afeard I won't make it long past sundown. I've not tried it myself, but I've heard that you can fashion makeshift lanterns by seeing those flying balloons inside these lamps. Of course, it might take some coercing before they goes in, if you know what I mean. Yes. Weaken and capture bright balloons. And, wouldn't you know it, there just happens to be one right over here. So, since an item is once again involved, let's go to my key items. And we are going to set it right there. Okay, so I shouldn't be threatened by the Ziz at all. But let's see how we do against the bright balloon. And let's begin the charge to put this balloon into a lamp. Oops, oops, oops. Get it in time, get it in time! Yes! But at a price of 220 points of damage. Okay, and that Ziz is distracted. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, well, I have not said that in a long time. Well, at least not like Elvis would. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. This time I am going to avoid the detonator, and then going for the kill. Got it. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. And if you didn't know any better, you could swear a fate was going on. So, let's give these to Adamar. Hello, Adamar. Were you able to fashion some lumps, my friend? Yes, I did. Here you go.
You're a godsend. Thanks to you, I'll be digging long past sundown tonight. Them's golden then thou hills. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go, and I am not taking on your next challenge. No, I am not taking on your next challenge. You had one, that's enough. I'm at 40 minutes now. I'm at 40 minutes now, you've wasted my time. But then again, so did Alwyn. Yeah, you've all been wasting me time. I've been wanting to get to Mother Miyun by the time this day is over, and all you people have been doing has been making me stolen weight and drawn it out for as long as you possibly could. But no longer. So once I take this to Alwyn, if he has another quest, he can stick it up his you-know-where. Because I have something that has to be delivered to Mother Miyun promptly. Alright, Alwyn. Again. Alwyn's famous fast lunches hit the spot, eh? I thought as much. The prospectors at Founder's Bluff aren't just digging for personal fortune, you know. Each ounce of gold helps the region thrive and prosper. I'm happy to return the favour. You've gone above and beyond for me, and for this you have my thanks. Next time you fancy an ale, a tale, or just a respite from the road, know that there's always a place for you here at the Bobbing Cork. Well, thank you very much for drawing this out as long as you possibly could. So, time to finally return to New Gridania, and finally time to go give this lily button to Mother Miyun because she has been waiting for me for over 40 minutes. But it's always a thing that I've done as an MO in this LP that if there are quests nearby where the main storyline is taking place, I make it a priority to take care of those as well because there's always goodies to be had. Whether it be experience, skill, or in some instances, as you've seen over the course of this day of recording, equipment. And for that, I cannot really complain all that much. But I do have to complain about the fact that I'm noticing that my connections are getting slower with my internet connection. Even though I have a really good connection, I'm finding that uploading the places that I need to go, especially when I'm trying to do quests with my first avatar, taking a lot longer than it used to, which worries me quite a bit, because I have my first avatar to such a point where he's getting close to taking care of a lot of really important stuff. So, anyway, let's speak with Mother Miyun, because she's been waiting.
Good morning to you, Edie. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea.
Although that would be nice. No, I have something else.
Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetheray Plaza. She has a sharp head of eyes, that one.
Well, I figure we can take care of this stuff anyway. I mean, we are here, we might as well proceed. We are here, we might as well take care of this stuff. So, yes, Bernadette from the Archers Guild.
Need help tracking down the owner of the button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then, show me what you have.
Sure thing.
Seems to be some manner of decorative button reminiscent of those worn by families of old. Though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Sengild over at the Lancers Guild, the one makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a full name basis.
Well, guess we might as well go over there anyway. Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But we're gonna see this through. We might as well see the main quest through to its conclusion. No reason not to, because I do have all the time in the world. I mean, I'm playing on the weekend. It's not like I have anything else much better to do. So yeah, we've spoken with Sengild over at the Lancers Guild before. So, Sengild.
Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gordonians. The owner of this button is certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there's been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the wall's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I'm distinctly recalling seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it.
Yeah, and so that's where this particular challenge will draw to a close. And for those of you who are wondering when am I going to take on the level 30 Lancer skill challenge, that will take place after I get up to level 34, because I want to get myself grinded a little higher before I take it on. And it looks like I'm not the only one who's here asking for assistance from Ursendel. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that, sir.
The sigil of the Dalton family! How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman? Her face? Was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment.
Well, if you got it, I'll do it. But yeah, definitely a precursor to what will be happening tomorrow. Because, yeah, that definitely sounds like some very scary goings-on. Now that we're back on the trail of our murder mystery, we can only imagine what Ursendel is going to tell us next. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV or Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will see what Ursendel has to say and how it pertains to our murder mystery. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.